Why some people feel more aligned than others. Most people are taught to believe that success is mainly about effort. Work harder, stay longer, be smarter, push more. And yes, effort matters. But in real life, effort does not always produce the same result for everyone. Some people seem to move forward with less resistance. Others work just as hard and still feel stuck. That difference is what I want to explore in this video. I call this framework the Saju Matrix. It is my own modern interpretive system that brings together Western astrology, numerology, and Saju, the Korean 4 pillars of destiny system, which is traditionally used to examine timing and structural patterns in life. This is not fortune-telling. It is not a prediction system. It is a way to interpret alignment, friction, and timing. And that matters, because sometimes the problem is not effort. Sometimes the problem is mismatch. Here's what I mean. One person may be naturally built for speed, variation, and movement. Another may be built for structure, consistency, and order. If the first person is placed in a rigid environment, they may feel blocked. If the second person is placed in a chaotic environment, they may feel drained. That does not mean either person is broken. It may simply mean their structure is being read in the wrong way. In the Saju Matrix, I look at 3 layers. The first layer is birth date. The second layer is name vibration. The third layer is Saju timing. Astrology gives symbolic direction. Numerology gives symbolic vibration. Saju gives timing and structure. Taken together, these 3 layers can be used as a framework for reflection. Let me give you a simple example. If someone's birth code suggests movement and change, they may do better in environments that allow flexibility, experimentation, and momentum. If their external role or environment demands too much rigidity, they may start to feel friction. In that case, the issue may not be lack of talent. It may be that the person is trying to operate in a structure that does not match their rhythm. That is one way the Saju Matrix can be used. Not to tell you what must happen, not to guarantee an outcome, but to help you notice where life feels smoother and where it feels unnecessarily heavy. That is also why I use words like alignment and friction. When things are more aligned, decisions may feel clearer. Communication may feel easier. Momentum may build more naturally. When things are less aligned, the same effort may feel heavier than it should. Again, this is not a fixed rule. It is an interpretive lens. Now, a quick example. Think of someone like Steve Jobs. One way to read his pattern is through structure, design, and precision. Think of Elon Musk. One way to read his pattern is through speed, expansion, risk, and future-facing movement. I am not saying these patterns explain everything about those people. I am saying they are examples of how a framework like this can be used to interpret public patterns. That is the point. Not certainty, not prediction, interpretation. So if you have ever felt like you were working hard but getting too much resistance, this is one possible question to ask. Is the problem my effort, or is it the structure I am working inside? That is the first idea behind the Saju Matrix. In the next video, I will show how this framework can be used in a more practical way, especially how the birth code, name vibration, and timing layer can be read together. For now, just remember this. Not every delay is failure. Not every struggle is personal. Sometimes the real issue is misalignment. This system is a tool for interpretation and self-understanding. It does not guarantee specific outcomes. If you want, I can turn this into a more cinematic YouTube version next, with stronger pauses, on-screen text, and exact visual cues for each line.